Welcome back to our channel, Rare Coins Collections, coin enthusiasts and history lovers. Today, we're diving into one of the most intriguing and iconic coins in U.S. numismatics, the 1972 Liberty Half Dollar. If you're into collecting rare coins, or even if you're just getting started, this particular half dollar could hold more value than you think. You may have one of these coins lying around without realizing it, and it could be worth a significant amount of money. Stick with us until the end, because we'll reveal just how much a 1972 Liberty half dollar could fetch in today's market. The Liberty half dollar, in circulation for decades, is a symbol of American heritage, and the 1972 version is no exception. For coin collectors, it holds a special place. The Liberty half dollar design features Lady Liberty herself, a figure deeply connected with American values like freedom, strength, and independence. The obverse side of the coin shows a strong, confident Lady Liberty wearing a crown of stars, representing the states of the Union. The reverse side features an eagle, the national bird, holding a shield and an olive branch, signifying peace and strength. But why are we focusing on the 1972 Liberty half dollar today? The reason is that the value of this particular coin can vary greatly depending on a number of factors, such as the coin's condition, mint mark, and rarity. While the Liberty half dollar was minted in large numbers, certain variations and specific qualities of the 1972 coin have made it more desirable to collectors and investors alike. So let's take a closer look at what makes this coin unique. The first thing you should know is that the 1972 Liberty half dollar was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, meaning it's important to check your coin for its mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint used to produce coins without a mint mark, while the Denver Mint used a D to indicate where it was made. Coins with the D mint mark are generally more common, while coins with no mint mark from Philadelphia can sometimes be a bit rarer. Now, before we talk about the value of the 1972 Liberty half dollar, let's discuss its condition. Coin condition plays a major role in determining its market value. The higher the grade or condition of a coin, the more valuable it becomes. Coins are graded based on the amount of wear they have endured over time. The most common grading scale used by collectors is the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 to 70. A coin that is in mint or uncirculated condition will have a grade of 60 or above, while a coin in poor condition may be graded a 1 or 2. The key to understanding the value of the 1972 Liberty half dollar is that there are different levels of rarity. While most 1972 Liberty half dollars are relatively easy to find and don't command high prices, certain variations, especially coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, are in much higher demand. That's why the condition of your coin can make all the difference in its value. Additionally, there are unique features in the 1972 Liberty half dollar that can increase its desirability. One of the most famous variations is the 1972 doubled die reverse. This is an era coin, which was minted with a doubled image on the reverse side, particularly in the lettering of United States of America. This type of era coin is highly coveted by collectors because of its rarity and the fascinating way in which the image was printed. If you happen to come across a 1972 half dollar with a double die error, you might want to hold onto it for a while. But even without the double die, the value of the 1972 Liberty half dollar can be surprisingly high. A coin in excellent condition, especially if it's an uncirculated or near-mint example, can fetch a significant price. The price can also vary depending on the coin's origin. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint, especially those without a mint mark, tend to have a slightly higher value due to their lower mintage numbers. As with all coins, the market for the 1972 Liberty half dollar can fluctuate. The value can depend on several factors, including current trends in the coin market, the demand for certain types of coins, and the availability of similar items in the market. But regardless of the market conditions, there's no denying that the 1972 Liberty half dollar has remained a popular and valuable coin among collectors for many years. So, let's get to the exciting part: the value of this coin. While the typical 1972 Liberty half dollar in average condition might only be worth a few dollars, those that are well preserved, error-free, or exhibit other desirable characteristics can be worth much more. If your 1972 Liberty half dollar is in uncirculated condition or features a unique minting error, such as the famous double die, you could be looking at a significantly higher price tag. In fact, a particularly rare 1972 Liberty half dollar coin in mint condition could be worth up to $90,000. Yes, that's right, $90,000 for a single coin, depending on its rarity and condition. Imagine that. You could be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. So, if you have a 1972 Liberty half dollar, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. It could be a valuable addition to your collection or a lucrative asset in the world of numismatics. Before you rush to check your coin stash, remember that the value of coins like the 1972 Liberty half dollar is heavily influenced by condition, rarity, and any unique features they may possess. It's also essential to consult with an expert or a reputable coin dealer who can accurately assess the value of your coin. So, don't just assume that every 1972 Liberty half dollar is worth a small fortune. Take the time to properly evaluate it. Whether you're an experienced collector or a newcomer to the world of numismatics, the 1972 Liberty half dollar is an exciting and valuable coin to have in your collection. Its historical significance, unique design, and potential for high value make it a must-have for anyone interested in American coins. So, keep your eyes peeled for this gem of American coinage, and who knows, you could find yourself with a $90,000 coin in your hands. Today, we've got something truly exciting for you. We're going to talk about one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatics, the United States 1973 Liberty half dollar. You might think this is just another coin from the past, but trust me, there's much more to this piece of American history than meets the eye. The Liberty half dollar series has been a staple in U.S. coinage for many years, with various editions of the coin issued throughout the 20th century. The 1973 Liberty half dollar, though not the oldest in the series, stands out for a number of reasons. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer just starting your journey, this particular coin could be more valuable than you think, especially if you're holding on to one that's in excellent condition. Stick with us until the end of the video, because we'll reveal just how much a 1973 Liberty half dollar could be worth in today's market. Let's start by understanding the design of the 1973 Liberty half dollar. This coin, like other half dollars in the series, features an iconic representation of Lady Liberty on the obverse. Lady Liberty, with her flowing hair and radiant crown of stars, represents the enduring ideals of freedom and democracy that have long been cherished in the United States. The coin's reverse, featuring the majestic bald eagle, further reinforces these themes, with the eagle holding an olive branch and a bundle of arrows, a symbol of peace and strength. The design on the 1973 Liberty half dollar was created by the famous U.S. mint engraver, Gilroy Roberts, and is part of a larger series of coins that were struck in the mid-20th century. The eagle on the reverse side is particularly significant because it represents the American ideals of freedom and independence, while also symbolizing the nation's strength and resilience. But now, let's talk about the 1973 Liberty half dollar from a collector's perspective. While these coins were minted in large numbers, what makes them truly valuable is their rarity and condition. Most 1973 Liberty half dollars you'll find are relatively common and won't be worth much more than their face value. However, the situation changes dramatically when you start looking at coins that have been well preserved or have unique characteristics. As with any coin, the condition of the 1973 Liberty half dollar plays a huge role in determining its value. The U.S. Mint issued these coins for general circulation, which means they were used by everyday people for decades. Most of the 1973 Liberty half dollars you'll come across are likely to have been worn down by circulation. The ones that are in excellent or uncirculated condition, though, are much rarer and can fetch a higher price in the marketplace. Coins that are well preserved, especially those with no signs of wear, are incredibly appealing to collectors, who are always on the lookout for coins that have survived the test of time in great shape. Now, let's talk about one of the most important factors when it comes to coin collecting, the mint mark. The 1973 Liberty half dollar was struck at several U.S. mint facilities across the country, and each one has its own unique mint mark. The most commonly found mint mark on the 1973 Liberty half dollar is the D mint mark, which signifies that the coin was minted in Denver, Colorado. However, coins that were struck at the Philadelphia Mint do not have a mint mark, and this can make them more desirable for collectors. Coins without a mint mark are often viewed as rarer, and they can sometimes command a higher price due to their scarcity. So, how does all of this affect the value of the 1973 Liberty half dollar? Well, the value of this coin is largely determined by its condition, rarity, and mint mark. In general, most 1973 Liberty half dollars you find today will be worth only a few dollars if they are in circulated condition. However, if you find one in pristine, uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a much higher price. There are also a number of factors that can further influence the value of the 1973 Liberty half dollar. For instance, coins with unique features or minting errors are highly sought after by collectors. Errors can happen during the minting process, and when they do, they often result in one-of-a-kind coins that are highly prized. Some collectors specifically look for coins that have been struck incorrectly, whether it's a doubled die, misaligned die, or other types of minting defects. If your 1973 Liberty half dollar has one of these rare errors, it could be worth significantly more than a standard, well-preserved coin. The market for coins like the 1973 Liberty half dollar can fluctuate depending on demand and availability, but it's clear that collectors are always on the lookout for coins in great condition, especially those that come from particular mints or feature interesting errors. Even if you think your coin is just another half dollar from the 70s, it's always worth taking the time to carefully inspect it for any unique characteristics that might increase its value. So now that you know what factors contribute to the value of a 1973 Liberty half dollar, let's talk about the big question: how much is this coin worth? If you're lucky enough to have a 1973 Liberty half dollar in pristine, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a minting error, you could be sitting on a potential treasure. The value of such a coin can easily rise into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But here's the really exciting part: some of the rarest 1973 Liberty half dollars, especially those with unique features or from certain mints, can be worth up to $95,000. Yes, you heard that right. $95,000 for a single 1973 Liberty half dollar in top condition. This isn't just any ordinary coin, and if you happen to own one, it could be your ticket to a significant windfall. It's incredible to think that a coin, originally worth just 50 cents when it was minted, could be worth so much today. If you're serious about collecting coins, the 1973 Liberty half dollar should definitely be on your radar. Whether you find it in your own collection or stumble upon it at a local coin shop, make sure to give it a close inspection. A coin in great condition, or with a rare mint mark or error, could end up being worth far more than you expected. So, if you happen to find a 1973 Liberty half dollar, don't hesitate to get it evaluated by a professional to see just how valuable it might be. Today, we have an incredibly exciting topic for you, one that may just change the way you look at your coin collection. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1918 Liberty half dollar, a coin that may look like just another piece of American history, but could be hiding much more than its face value suggests. The Liberty half dollar series is one of the most iconic and celebrated coin series in the history of the United States. Issued from the late 19th century to the mid-20th century, these coins have become symbols of American liberty, strength, and independence. The 1918 Liberty half dollar is no exception, but there's a lot more to this coin than meets the eye, especially when you take into account its value in today's market. To understand the true worth of a 1918 Liberty half dollar, it's essential to look at its history, design, and the factors that can influence its value. Let's start by discussing the background of this iconic coin. The 1918 Liberty half dollar was part of the Walking Liberty series, which was designed by the famous artist Adolph A. Weinman. Released by the U.S. Mint in 1916, the series quickly became one of the most beloved and enduring designs in American coinage. The obverse features the iconic image of Lady Liberty striding forward, draped in the American flag, with the rising sun in the background. This design is meant to evoke a sense of optimism and hope, reflecting the ideals of freedom and democracy. On the reverse side, the coin depicts a powerful eagle standing tall, with its wings spread in a symbol of strength and courage. The 1918 Liberty half dollar, in particular, is notable for a few reasons. First, it was minted during a turbulent period in American history. The country had just entered World War I, and the world was witnessing major shifts in global power. Coins minted during this period, like the 1918 Liberty half dollar, often carry a sense of historical weight, which makes them especially valuable to collectors who are drawn to the stories behind the coins. But what makes the 1918 Liberty half dollar even more interesting is its rarity and the condition it's in. When coins like these are minted, they are meant to circulate, and over time, they can suffer from wear and tear. Most of the 1918 Liberty half dollars you'll come across today have been heavily circulated and might show signs of age, such as scratches, discoloration, or worn designs. However, if you happen to find one in better condition, it could be worth far more than you might expect. The key factor that determines the value of any coin is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. Coins that are in mint or near mint condition are far rarer than those that show signs of wear from years of circulation, and as a result, they're much more valuable. When it comes to the 1918 Liberty half dollar, a coin that has been preserved well, free of scratches, dents, and discoloration, can command a premium in the market. The mint mark also plays a crucial role in determining the value of the 1918 Liberty half dollar. Mint marks indicate where the coin was struck, and they can make a big difference in a coin's rarity. The 1918 Liberty half dollar was minted in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, mint mark, D; and San Francisco, mint mark, S. Coins struck in Philadelphia were the most common, while those minted in San Francisco or Denver are often rarer and therefore more valuable. For the 1918 Liberty half dollar, the San Francisco minted coins are typically the most sought after, but that doesn't mean the Denver version is far behind. Coins with mint marks other than Philadelphia are more desirable to collectors because they were produced in smaller quantities. If you happen to find a 1918 Liberty half dollar with the S or D mint mark in excellent condition, you may be holding a coin that could bring you a hefty profit. Now, let's talk about one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting: errors and unique characteristics. Sometimes, coins are struck with minting defects, which can make them incredibly valuable to collectors. For the 1918 Liberty half dollar, a number of error coins have been discovered over the years. These errors can range from double-struck coins, off-center strikes, or coins with missing features due to issues at the mint. If you have a 1918 Liberty half dollar with any of these rare defects, it could drastically increase its value. Error coins are highly sought after because they are unique. They are one-of-a-kind pieces, and because they are so rare, collectors are willing to pay a premium to own one. So, it's always worth inspecting your 1918 Liberty half dollar closely to see if it has any unusual characteristics or minting mistakes. If you have a well-preserved 1918 Liberty half dollar with the S or D mint mark, and especially if it has any rare errors, you could be looking at a significant increase in its value. But even if your coin is a more common variety, don't be discouraged. The 1918 Liberty half dollar is still a prize coin, and depending on its grade and condition, it can fetch a higher price than you might think. So, let's talk about the price. A standard 1918 Liberty half dollar in circulated condition may be worth anywhere from a few dollars to around $20 or $30. However, if you have one in uncirculated or near mint condition, the price could be much higher. Collectors are always looking for well-preserved coins, and this is where the 1918 Liberty half dollar can really shine. For example, if you have a coin in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially one with a mint mark from Denver or San Francisco, or even a rare error coin, it could be worth as much as $85,000. Yes, you heard that right, $85,000 for a single coin. This is the kind of coin that could take your collection to the next level and offer you a significant return on your investment. If you happen to own a 1918 Liberty half dollar, it's definitely worth getting it appraised by a professional or a reputable coin dealer. Many of these coins are highly collectible, and their value can vary based on their condition, rarity, and any unique features they might possess. Always remember that the world of coin collecting can be full of surprises, and sometimes, you might find that one coin you've been holding onto is worth far more than you ever imagined. Today, we're taking a deep dive into one of the most sought-after coins from the 1970s, the United States 1971 Liberty Half Dollar. This particular coin might not seem like a rare gem at first glance, but when you peel back the layers of history and examine the nuances of the coin's design, condition, and rarity, you'll quickly realize that this half dollar could be worth far more than you think. The Liberty Half Dollar series, specifically the Walking Liberty design, has been a symbol of American freedom, pride, and strength for generations. Originally designed by Adolph A. Weinman in 1916, the image of Lady Liberty walking gracefully across the obverse of the coin has captured the hearts of collectors for decades. But the 1971 Liberty Half Dollar marks an important chapter in this iconic series. By 1971, the United States was in the midst of a significant transition. The country had just entered the 1970s, a decade of social change, economic shifts, and the dawn of a new era in American coinage. The 1971 Liberty Half Dollar was part of the final years of this beloved series before it was eventually replaced by the Kennedy Half Dollar in 1975. The series was iconic not just for its design but also because of the tumultuous time in American history during its circulation. Coins from this era, including the 1971 Liberty Half Dollar, hold a certain nostalgic value as they reflect the political, economic, and cultural changes of the time. Before we talk about the potential value of the 1971 Liberty Half Dollar, let's take a moment to examine the design that makes it so special. The obverse side of the coin showcases the famous Walking Liberty image, designed by Adolph Weinman. Liberty strides forward with confidence, her right hand extended as if to greet the dawn of a new day. Behind her, the rising sun symbolizes hope, strength, and the promise of a bright future. Her flowing gown and the American flag wrapped around her add a sense of elegance and pride to the design, while the stars on her crown remind us of the unity and perseverance of the United States. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find the majestic American eagle, wings spread wide and ready to soar. This eagle, a symbol of power and resilience, carries an olive branch and a bundle of arrows, a representation of both peace and strength. The design, once again, ties back to the core values of liberty and independence that have shaped the nation for over 2 centuries. The 1971 Liberty Half Dollar, while part of the larger series, stands as a testament to the enduring ideals of the United States. Now that we understand the historical and symbolic significance of the 1971 Liberty Half Dollar, it's time to discuss what really matters to collectors: the coin's value. Most 1971 Liberty Half Dollars were produced in large quantities and circulated widely, meaning they're not as rare as some other coins from earlier years. However, rarity isn't the only factor that determines a coin's worth. Condition is absolutely crucial, and when it comes to rare coins, this often makes all the difference. Coins that have been heavily circulated and show signs of wear, such as scratches, discoloration, or worn designs, generally don't carry much value beyond their face value. However, if you have a 1971 Liberty Half Dollar in excellent or uncirculated condition, the value of that coin could be significantly higher than you might expect. A coin in mint condition is a much rarer find, and collectors will often pay a premium for these well-preserved pieces. The value of such a coin can climb dramatically, especially if the coin is graded highly by professional numismatists. If your 1971 Liberty Half Dollar has been well taken care of, preserved in its original state, and kept free from wear and tear, it could easily be worth a few $100s. But that's not all. Some 1971 Liberty Half Dollars have characteristics that make them even more desirable to collectors. The mint mark, for instance, plays a huge role in determining the coin's rarity. The 1971 Liberty Half Dollar was minted at 3 different facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The coins struck in Philadelphia bear no mint mark, while those struck in Denver have the D Mint mark, and the ones produced in San Francisco are marked with an S. The most commonly found coins are those from Philadelphia, which were struck in the largest quantity. However, coins from the Denver and San Francisco mints are often rarer and more valuable, as they were produced in smaller numbers. If you come across a 1971 Liberty half dollar with a D or S mint mark, it's definitely worth checking its condition, as it could have a higher market value than a standard Philadelphia minted coin. But even beyond the mint mark, there are other factors that could increase the coin's value. For instance, some collectors are drawn to coins that feature unique or unusual characteristics, such as minting errors. Minting errors can occur during the production process and result in coins that deviate from the intended design. These errors can include doubled dies, off-center strikes, or other defects that make the coin stand out from the rest. If you're lucky enough to have a 1971 Liberty half dollar with a minting error, you could be holding onto a rare and highly valuable piece of American history. So, what exactly is the 1971 Liberty half dollar worth today? The value of this coin can vary widely depending on its condition, mint mark, and any unique features it might have. In general, you can expect to pay anywhere from $10 to $20 for a 1971 Liberty half dollar in average circulated condition. However, coins in uncirculated condition or with rarer mint marks can fetch significantly higher prices. In the case of pristine, uncirculated 1971 Liberty half dollars with the D or S mint marks, you could easily see the value rise into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But here's the exciting part. If you happen to have a particularly rare example of the 1971 Liberty half dollar, especially one in mint condition, you could be looking at a potential payout that's much higher. A top quality, well-preserved 1971 Liberty half dollar could be worth as much as $88,000. That's right, $88,000 for a single coin. Imagine holding on to something that was originally worth just 50 cents and finding out that it's now worth a small fortune. It's incredible how much value can be hidden in a simple piece of currency. If you happen to own a 1971 Liberty half dollar, or if you find one in a coin shop or from a trusted source, be sure to carefully examine its condition, mint mark, and any potential errors it may have. A simple coin, when well preserved or possessing rare characteristics, can turn into a highly valuable treasure for collectors. And as always, if you're unsure about the value of a coin you found, it's a great idea to have it professionally graded or appraised. Today, we're about to take a deep dive into one of the most iconic coins in American history, the 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar. This special coin, struck to commemorate America's bicentennial, is a true piece of history that holds much more than just sentimental value. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting to collect, you'll want to pay close attention because this coin's value might surprise you in ways you never expected. To truly appreciate the significance of the 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar, we first need to understand why it was created in the first place. As the United States celebrated its 200th anniversary in 1976, the country was filled with pride and excitement. The bicentennial was a time of reflection on the nation's past and a look toward the future. It marked the 200th year since the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and naturally, there was a huge wave of patriotic fervor. To celebrate this milestone, the U.S. Mint released a special series of coins that included the quarter, the half dollar, and the dollar, all designed with unique bicentennial-themed artwork. The 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar was part of the series and featured an entirely new design. The coin itself was struck with two major changes compared to the regular Liberty half dollars of the time. On the obverse side, instead of the typical depiction of Liberty walking, we have a powerful and bold design that features the Liberty Bell, flanked by the moon. This design reflects the theme of America's independence and freedom, tying in perfectly with the bicentennial celebrations. The reverse features the classic eagle with the phrase, E pluribus unum, inscribed, which translates to, out of many one. The eagle stands as a symbol of the strength and resilience of the United States, representing unity and the power of a nation built from diverse backgrounds. Now, Let's talk about the key features of the coin that make it so special. First and foremost, the 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar was minted only for this special occasion, meaning there is a sense of historical rarity surrounding it. There were several different mint marks associated with the coin, which were critical in determining its rarity and value. The coins were minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, with the D mint mark, and San Francisco, with the S mint mark, which means the mint mark you find on your coin can make a big difference in its value. While many of the 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollars were mass-produced, there are certain aspects that can drastically increase the value of these coins. For example, the condition of the coin plays an enormous role in determining how much it is worth. Coins that were heavily circulated, showing signs of wear, discoloration, and scratches, will typically be worth less than coins that have been preserved in pristine or near-mint condition. If you're lucky enough to find one that looks as though it just came off the press, you're holding onto something that could be much more valuable than its face value. Mint state coins, those that have never been used in circulation and are as close to perfect as possible, are highly prized by collectors. The better the condition of the coin, the more valuable it becomes. Coins that have been graded MS-65 or higher can fetch much higher prices than those in lesser condition. It's important to get your coin professionally graded by a numismatist to understand its true value. Another factor that can play into the worth of the 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar is its minting errors. Sometimes, during the production process, there can be slight imperfections or mistakes made. This could be anything from a double strike error, where the design appears twice, to off-center strikes or incomplete designs. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors because they are unique and rare. If you happen to find a 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar with a minting error, your coin could be worth significantly more than a regular one. Minting errors can include a variety of issues that make a coin more desirable. For example, some 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollars may have been struck with a misaligned die or have slight doubling of the design. These rare anomalies can fetch a premium because collectors know they're one-of-a-kind pieces. If you've got a coin with a unique error, it could be worth a lot more than you ever imagined. So, now that we've covered the basics of the design and factors that influence a coin's value, let's discuss how much the 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar could actually be worth today. Typically, these coins are valued anywhere from a few dollars to a few $100 depending on the condition, mint mark, and any potential errors. The more pristine the condition and the rarer the mint mark, the higher the price tag. However, there are some very rare 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollars that can fetch a significantly higher price. For example, a coin in perfect uncirculated condition with a rare mint mark or an error coin can be worth upwards of several $1,000s. There are also certain specialized editions and proofs of the coin that could command higher values. The most expensive 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar to date was sold for a whopping $1 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, $1 million for a single coin. This was an extraordinary find, a coin with a unique combination of rarity, historical significance, and condition. While most 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollars won't fetch that kind of price, there are still opportunities to find one that could be worth an impressive sum. This is the beauty of coin collecting. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden treasure. Whether you've got a stack of old half dollars in your drawer or you're just starting your collection, it's worth taking the time to carefully inspect each coin you find. A well-preserved 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar with the right characteristics could be worth a significant amount of money. Remember, it's not just about the face value of the coin, but about the rarity, condition, and uniqueness that can increase its worth. In conclusion, the 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar is far more than just a coin from a celebratory year in U.S. history. It represents a pivotal moment in the nation's development and is a reflection of the pride and spirit of the American people. Whether you're holding one in your hand as part of your collection or you've just come across one, this coin could be worth far more than you expect. Take the time to assess its condition, check for any errors, and see if it has a mint mark from a rare location. With some luck and a keen eye, you might just have a valuable piece of American history on your hands, possibly worth as much as $1 million. Thanks for joining us in this deep dive into the 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future content. The world of rare coins is vast, and we can't wait to explore more hidden treasures with you. Happy collecting, and who knows, maybe you'll find your own coin worth a fortune.